Hello everybody, welcome to another directed draw. Today we're doing another craft. So you can see my desk. Hello. So some of you may know today is Earth Day, April 22nd, and it's actually their 50th anniversary. So they've been doing and helping our planet for 50 years. Earth Day is basically a day where they talk about what you can do to help save our Earth and keep it clean, keep it healthy. And you can go onto their website. They're doing a Earth Day live stream, so you can go check that out. It's on earthday.org if you want some more information. But we want to keep our Earth healthy, we want to keep the airs clean, and this is the day that we do everything. So there are some people who will go out and plant trees. I don't know about right now though, but maybe you can plant something in your backyard. But they do little things like recycling and picking up trash and doing all that stuff. So, keeping our planet clean, free of litter, will keep it healthy. If there's trash everywhere, the earth can get sick and we won't have a place to live, right? So this is a day for our earth. We want to celebrate it. And so we are going to do a project or a little craft, and we're going to make the earth. So I have a few different colors. So I'm going to use white because we are going to be tracing our hands on here, and you'll see what we're going to make. It's going to be super cute. So you're going to need a white piece of paper, a red piece of paper, a blue piece of paper, and a green piece of paper. It doesn't matter if it's darker or lighter. You can choose your own colors. So before we use those, I'm going to put these aside, and we're going to grab our pencil and we're going to trace our hands. So you're also going to need your scissors at some point. I'm going to turn my paper wide like a wall or landscape, and I'm going to put this hand over here. I'm going to trace it. So the secret of tracing your fingers is you're trying to push up against your hand. So when you have your pencil next to your hand, you have to push up against it. If it goes out, then it's going to look a little weird. So every time you go, you're putting your pencil and you're basically going in the direction that you're going to trace it in. So then you have your hand. Okay? So you have this hand. Now we're going to trace your other hand, which is your main hand. I'm right-handed. So we're going to try doing it with our non-dominant hand. So again, you're pushing up against your hand as you trace. This might not look as nice as the other ones, but practice is perfect. Maybe some of you guys are ambidextrous, which means you can use both your hands, and that's awesome. All right, let's see how that turned out. So, if you can see there's a little bulge, it's okay. I'm just going to go back and fix that a little bit, and we can cut that part off. So, now I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. And the way that I like to do this is I like to cut like this. So I only have one hand that I'm working with. So I'm going to go ahead and cut along the lines that I drew. And you're going to do this as best as you can. Remember, when you are cutting, you're moving the paper, not your scissors. Your scissors don't move. The only thing that moves is the paper. So I'm keeping my scissors on the desk so you can see that I am not moving my scissors. Okay, and I know the in-between parts of your fingers can be tough to do. So what I like to do is I like to make that cut. Then I come here and I cut that V shape. See? Then you don't have to worry about going and trying to like move it or move your scissors. Yeah, keep it easy. The next one, you can go straight like this. Make sure you're watching out for your fingers. You don't want to cut your fingers. Come back out and cut again. And it's like a little V shape, right? And then you can go back and you can cut this out. So if that is less stressful, you can do it that way, because I know it can be frustrating. So this one, again, I'll do the same thing. I'm going to cut like that, come back out and cut. Okay. And then you can go back and cut the tip. And then come here and cut. Again, I have my scissors on the desk. I am moving the paper, not the scissors. Okay, so there is one hand. I cut out this one. Okay. The other thing I like to do is I like to do this first and kind of go along the fingertips like this. I hope I'm getting this in the camera shot because I can't see my iPad up here. All right, and cut, cut, cut. So I have my hand that's like this. So then all I have to do is go back and cut out the V's. You see how easy that is? It's not frustrating at all. Just make sure you watch out for your fingers. And then once you do that, you still have some rounding out to do for your fingertips. So go back and round them out. All right, so here are my two hands. I'm going to put them aside, and I'm going to throw this in the trash. Get another piece of construction paper to put this on because my trash can is under my desk. I can't reach it at the moment. All right, so this is my trash pile. All right, so we have our hands off here to the side. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my red, because we're going to be making a heart because we love our earth. Now, I'm going to put this landscape or wide like a wall, and I'm going to fold it in half because, excuse me, it's a little big. So I am matching up the sides and the corners. So once I put them over, I shouldn't see the other side, right? So once I know that they're both equal, then I'm going to go ahead and crease it. Okay, so I have that. Next, I'm going to go and cut it along the line. Okay, so now I have two pieces. You can save the other piece for a different craft for later. And this one I will fold again in half line up the sides as best as you can and fold it. Okay, so you should have something like this. So now my opening is on my right side. So this is the hand that I write with. On my left side, I should have the folded part. So it kind of opens up like a card. What you're going to do is you're going to pick it up and we're going to cut out a heart. And to do that, I have a very easy way of cutting out a heart. So when you're holding your paper, I like to hold it like this. Okay? But I like to keep my thumb at a diagonal angle. Now, the other thing you can do is you can draw it on if you don't want to risk doing it. So I like to put my thumb on my paper like this. So it's at an angle, it's not straight. I'm not doing it like this. I'm kind of having it point to this corner. So your thumb should be pointing to the top right corner. Once you have that, you're basically going to trace your thumb, but you're going to be tracing it really big. So I'm going to start about here, and you're going to go up. So this shape right here should look like a V. I don't know if you guys can see that on the iPad. Okay, so you see how it's like a V shape almost? Now, once I go up here, I'm not going all the way to the top. I'm going to start curving and doing an upside down U shape. Okay, so going to go up, straight, then start curving. Curve, curve, curve. And now I'm here right next to my thumb. I'm going to keep going, but now I'm going to follow this angle and go down. And you're going to go down straight. Slightly curved and straight. So when you move your hand, this is the shape that you have. So here should be straight. So now when I hold it like this. When I hold it and I'm cutting it, you're going to cut along the line. So you're going to cut right on the line, and you're holding the two pieces of paper together. Okay, and you're cutting and you're turning the paper. Okay, so now I've cut. Now when I open it, it's a pretty good heart. I was about to say circle. It's not a circle, it's a heart. Okay, so I think that's the easiest way to kind of do a heart. If you guys don't know how, or if it's kind of difficult for you, that's my trick. Follow your thumb to make a heart. So now you can set that aside. Now you're going to get your blue piece of construction paper. So now what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in half, match up the sides best as you can. Okay. Now, if you have a plate, you can use a plate. Or you can just do the letter C and cut it out, and it should be a circle. That's up to you. So we're making the earth right now. So I'm going to start here, or let me draw it out first so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So if I want to do the letter C, it's going to be a backwards C unless you do it this way. Let's do it this way. So the opening should be on your left-hand side now. So to write the letter C is kind of curved. So if I'm going to use my heart scratch paper. So the letter C looks like this. That means it has these little curves. We're not going to draw that. We're going to draw it flat. Okay? We're going to draw it like a sideways U, basically. So I'm going to start here, kind of near the top. And we're going to draw it out like this. Okay. So just try the best as you can. This isn't perfect, but now we're going to start cutting it out. So we might want to go in a little bit because I think this will turn out to be an oval because I drew it a little too U-y. Again, if you have a plate, you can use a plate and trace it and cut it out. So see how it's a little bit ovally? That's okay. It's fine. The earth is round, but you know, if you don't like it, you can go back and kind of trim it a little bit. So let's see. If I take off this much, maybe it'll work. It'll look better. Almost. So this is the part where it gets a little dangerous because if you start to trim it too much, it might end up being a lot smaller than you wanted it to be. So I'm going to try trimming it one more time. Okay, so there we go. I think that's the best that I can do right now. Hopefully yours looks a little bit better. Okay, so now we have that. Now I'm going to take my green and we're going to basically make the continents. So this, you can kind of do whatever you want as long as they're kind of like the shapes. It's okay if it's not perfect. This is just a representation of the earth. So I folded my paper in half because it's a little big. And I'm going to cut it right down the middle. I'm going to put this over here and we can use it later if we need some more. Now, I'm going to put it on top of my earth and I'm going to do a kind of rough drawing of North America. So let's see. And this is rough. So it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to look like it. It's going to look kind of like it, but not really. Okay. And I'm only doing a little bit of it because you're not going to see the whole thing. So let me bring my computer, wake my computer up. All right. And then we're going to have South America down here, and again, very loose drawing. So, kind of looks something like that. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then we're going to do Africa. So I'm just going to put this wherever. And Africa looks like an upside down horse's head. So kind of looks like this. And of course this is not to scale. So we have that. And let's see. And then you have kind of like a squiggly piece up here, like that. And we're just going to eyeball this thing, okay? And then you have something That kind of looks like Australia. Okay, so you can make up your own green pieces. This is how mine's gonna look like. And I'm just gonna cut my pieces out. Okay. So, I'm gonna follow the line. Again, moving my scissors, moving my paper, not my scissors. Okay. So here is my North and South America. And this is going to go on the edge. And then I have my Africa. And this is Europe and Asia. It's a very bad representation. I'm so sorry. Just trying to get the gist here. All right. Okay, there's that one. And then our sad little Australia. Okay. Again, this is not for accuracy. So, all right, so we have that. Now, you're going to grab your glue. And I'm going to start gluing these down. Again, remember, dot, dot, not a lot. So I think that's about here. Let's glue this one down. Okay. Alright, and you can see that there's a little piece over here. I'm going to flip it over and just cut that part off because that's on the other side. If you want to add some more continents or green pieces, you can. You can add Antarctica or on the bottom. And that would be with the white. So if you want to, just kind of cut out a white piece. And you can glue that down here if you'd like. Up to you. I'm not going to do that right now. So now that we have our earth, we can either put this here in the front or you can put it in the back. I think I'm going to put this in the back. But before I do, we're going to get our hands. And our hands are going to go on the back like this. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge of my hand. And I'm going to glue it back here like that. So there's one. I'm going to glue the other one on the other side. There's two. Okay. And now I can glue my heart. And this goes right here. Right in the center. Okay. So it's a little off center. Once you do that, we're gonna flip it over so it looks like this. Sorry, this isn't really tall enough, but that's kind of what it looks like. Sorry, bad camera work. All right, so let me show this side. This is what it looks like. We're gonna fold it over so it looks like we're hugging the earth. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fold it like this. And you're gently folding it. You're not folding it over too much. And then you're going to kind of fold your fingers down like this. Okay. So it looks like that. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to fold it down. And then you're going to bend your fingers. Like that. And kind of press down a little bit again. So now it kind of looks like you're hugging the earth. Okay. So I'm going to flip it over. Like this. Okay. So we have our heart. And I'm actually going to write down what I'm going to do for the earth. So something that will help it, that'll keep it clean and safe. So some things, I'll write down all the examples on here and you guys can choose, or you guys can come up with your own. On top I'm going to write, I love the earth. And then on the bottom I'm going to write, let me see if it's okay. All right, happy Earth Day 2020. Okay, so in the heart, I'm going to write, I am going to help the earth by, and then I'm going to write how I'm going to help the earth. So you could say, I'm putting colon mark right here. You guys don't have to do that because I'm going to be listing a bunch of stuff. You can say, or sorry, since you said by, you can say, informing others to learn how to help our earth. This one's a long one. You don't have to write this one. I put an I there and I don't want to scratch it out. All right. So you can say, I'm going to help the earth by picking up trash. Or, I will help the earth by planting a tree. I will help the earth by using reusable bottles. I am going to help the earth by recycling, by let's see, I'm going to help the earth by you can say by riding my bike. You can say using reusable bottles. There's also bags, reusable bags. When you go to the grocery market, you can help water some trees, or help clean up the beaches. You can't do that right now, but when this is all over for next year, you can probably go and help clean up the beach. Let's see. So there are a lot of different things you can do. You can help the earth by not using plastic bottles or plastic products, such as like spoons. You can do shorter showers, conserve water. That's another way to help the earth. Taking shorter showers. Or using less water. So there's a lot of different options. You can plant trees, you can plant fruit, vegetables, you can make your own vegetable garden. You can help fertilize your garden and watering the plants, things like that. So making sure you pick up trash, don't litter, So those are a few different things you can do. And that's how we can keep our earth happy and safe. So, once again, happy Earth Day. I hope you guys do some fun crafts. You can even make, if you have any bottles lying around, you can make a bird feeder out of it. There's tons of craft ideas online for you guys to do. Some of them involve paint. So you can paint things, you can plant trees, you can use a water bottle and cut it in half. And if you stick it upside down and fill it with soil, it's like a self-watering plant holder. So you can reuse the egg cartons and do crafts with those. So look online, see what other things you guys can do, and see what reusable materials you have at home that you can use to make some crafts, like toilet paper rolls. You can do tons of different things with that too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys had fun making this little craft. And make sure you guys wash your hands, stay safe, and I will see you next time. Bye.